G'day and welcome to JoeJoeMoto. Today we're going to be getting this bike back together and running. Alright, everything has been cleaned up and done off camera, but it's all sort of as clean as it's going to get. We've got all the gaskets laid out, so it's time to play a bit of big boys Lego and reassemble everything with the instructions. But yeah, we're just going to start by putting the power valve assembly back together first and make sure that's all timed right and done properly. So we'll get into that. Alright, we've just finished up all of the power valve. There's a lot of mucking around and technical stuff and trying to comprehend what the manual was telling us, but we've got it all together now, and everything is running really smooth, everything's clean, and it's doing exactly what it should, which is great. So we'll just be putting the front cover on now and starting to play around with the cylinder. We're just doing old KTM things. Helicoil every second bolt, but we don't need to talk about that, it's all good. Alright, it's time to now check the ring end gap, which is, you know, when it's squeezed in, seeing how far we've got, and the manual is calling for 0.4 of a millimeter, I think. So we get the ring in and set it down about 10 millimeters. I just use the piston usually to sort of get it where I want it to sit, so it's quite even. Should be about there. All the way around nice and even. Grab your feeler gauges and see how she looks. 0.5, so we're 0.1 of a millimeter out. Yeah, should be right. Just giving it the old farm home here. Do what I say, not what I do, as always. Only. Alright, we're just giving the bottom end another flush with some two-stroke fuel before we put it back together. So we've got fuel in a squirt bottle, squirting it up into the bottom end. As always.
As always?
As always, do what we say, not what we do. This is not common practice, ladies and gentlemen. But hey, should be alright. Right, it is time to throw the piston on. So we've got the top end bearing in, and the wrist pin or gudgeon pin ready to go. Arrow was pointing towards exhaust, right?
Yep.
Right. Hey, alright. So now the opening of the circlip is going to be in the wrong spot. We need the opening to be down the bottom. That's what the manual calls for it, so it's just a matter of sliding it around that, around there. Could be a bit tricky in itself, but there we go. Alright, so she's down to the bottom there now. I'm a professional when I'm doing this. Yep. Sweet. That's done. As long as it's not going over past that lip, we're rolling. We can't adjust anymore. We are getting there. We've got the engine mounts to go. Everything else is back together pretty much, water pipes and everything, so getting close. Oh yeah, we've got a lot more compression. Okay.
Oh, I think maybe you're going to be over.
Okay, well we got it all back together. Top end is all fresh and done. We've been just giving it some little kicks here and there to make sure nothing's binding up and nothing's locking up, which it's feeling okay. Fuel tank's back on, bit of fresh fuel in there, exhaust is on and everything, so it's now time to kick the bike and see what happens. One, two.
Take a bit to get some fuel in there, anyway.
Yeah, true, yeah. It's not having any fuel in it yet. Alright, we've let it cool down, done gearbox oil change, and ready to hit it again and go for a run up and down the driveway. Go and run it up it again, do it a couple of times, yeah, just if nothing's leaking, just go for it. Yeah, apart from your fork seal, it's all over your tyre and everything.
Isn't it?
It's done. It's just so good to see it running and riding. Thing's been sitting in my shed for months, if not a year now, I don't know. A long time. But it's got a huge bottom end compared to what it used to with a fresh top end. We have a bunch of torque.
Okay, my turn.
she's definitely fixed. We don't have no coolant leaks. Rides really well, so runs really well. Very happy with that. I know she's running really well. Such a good old bike to ride, eh? Love it, so much fun. The brakes are amazing on it, like next level. So awesome and touchy, and just got such good feel to them. See, it didn't want to go then, but now, there we go. She got up there then. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't. Such a nice bike to ride. I love this thing, man. Okay, so the bike is back up and running, and both of us have ridden it. I don't know if he knows that I've ridden it yet, but I've ridden it around the track here. And we feel like it's going okay. What do you think? You've just come back from a ride right now. What do you reckon?
Pretty good, pretty good.
Pretty good?
It's still a bit iffy rolling into van sometimes, but you sort of snap it and play with the clutch a little bit, and it gets up there a hell of a lot easier. So maybe just a bit more playing with that power valve, and hopefully we'll be somewhere near good.
Yeah, I reckon that's the key. I think just playing with that power valve a little bit and seeing then, and then, I don't know, after that we'll see what happens. But yeah, all good and running and
yep, no
going great.
Yeah, other than the power valve not like rolling in properly, it's
yep.
good as gold.
Awesome.
Couldn't ask for much more.
Great. Happy days. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Do the comment, the notification, all the other social media thingies, and we'll see you on the next ride.
Was that from the other
Nearly
side?
in my eye.
Oh really? I thought it was
me just on the
falling out
shoulder.
from the other side then.
Twang. Okay, so the bike is... What was that? Shh, phone on silent, please.
Isn't that like $50 into
Yeah,
the beer
it
fund
is.
at the end of the filming?
It is.